Walang nagsasabi directly na statutory right to own a firearm. No. I would beg to disagree with you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
It is a right of every citizen to protect themselves,
No, I'm not asking that
regardless
question.
of what
I'm
we
asking
use legally.
the question whether ownership of a gun is a right or a privilege.
Well, since we have
Your right
to defend
that is in
ourselves
the Constitution.
with whatever legal
Kindly answer my
unit,
question
then
directly,
we
yes or
believe
no?
it is a right.
Wait, alright.
Huwag ka na lumusot,
So,
Atty.
ang pinag-uusapan
Kasi,
po,
bago ako pumunta rito, nag-research na ako. Kayo, hindi nyo pa nga siguro nababasa yung mga ito eh. Pinag-usapan kasi natin ngayong
yes.
araw na ito, yung gusto niyo na magkaroon ng firearm, bawat Pilipino na gustong magkaroon ng firearm. Now, let's start sa general principle. Is owning a firearm a right or a privilege? May I ask from the private sector first?
who want to answer the query of Congressman Acop? So, Ma'am Gina Angangco, you are recognized. Please answer the query of Congressman Acop, please.
Mr. Chair, Congressman Acop, it is a right of every citizen to protect themselves,
No, I'm not asking that
regardless
question.
of what
I'm
we
asking
use legally.
the question whether ownership of a gun is a right or a privilege.
Well, since we
Your
have
right
to defend
that is in
ourselves
the Constitution.
with whatever legal
Kindly answer my
unit,
question
then
directly,
we
yes or
believe
no?
it is a right.
Wait, ma'am. Please, when the members of this committee is speaking, don't interrupt.
I'm
Please
sorry,
wait
sir.
for
I will follow the protocol.
Yes, please wait for the members to finish first, and then you can reply. Go ahead, Congressman Acop, please.
Is ownership of a gun a right or a privilege?
Yes, Mr. Congressman, we believe
Yes. No
it
more.
is
Yeah.
a right.
It's okay.
Yes.
How about you,
If
Mr.
we're
Reyes?
qualified.
It's a right.
The open mic. Open mic, Mr. Reyes, please.
Very specific yung tanong ko, ownership of a gun.
Yes,
It's a right?
it's a right. Like,
Okay.
It's almost like owning a car. It's
Yeah.
a right to own a
Okay.
car.
Yeah. Kayo po, madam,
Comelec. Attorney James or Attorney Bautista, you can reply to the query. Please answer.
In my opinion po, Your Honors, it is a privilege to own a firearm.
thank you. Kayo po. Doon po sa mga shooters association.
Paki-turn up yung mic, to the associations of the, Mr. Attorney Gutierrez, you are raising your hand, please.
Attorney Rodriguez, Your Honor. Anyway, technically and legally, it is a statutory right. A right granted by law.
Okay. You want to ask?
Kindly present to me a provision of law that makes it a statutory right, that ownership of a gun is a right.
Yes, Your Honor.
What provision of law?
RA 10591.
What provision of 10591 would it state that it is a right? Abogado po kayo, di po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
It's a statutory right, meaning it is granted by
It
law.
is provided for by law.
Yes.
Nagkaintindihan tayo. Abogado rin po ako eh.
Yes, I know.
Oh. Kaya nga, what provision of law? Kindly state that provision of law. Kasi sinasabi mo statutory right. I'm asking you, what law grants that statutory right?
We'll check on the provision, Your Honor, of the law, and I'll get back, Your
Yes, hanapin mo lahat
Yes.
yan. Wala akong makita.
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Members of the PNP, you want to reply to the query of Congressman Acop, please? Simple lang naman tanong eh. Sige na po. You want to answer?
Mr.
Sige,
Chair,
go ahead. Please
Mr.
state
Chair.
your name.
Attorney Castillo from DND.
From DND?
From DND.
Go
The
ahead.
right to own firearms under the law is only a privilege, right, Mr. Chair? The rights that are mandated are those the right enshrined in our Constitution. But the right to own firearms is merely a privilege, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
PNP, please.
Sir, it is a privilege. We have a Supreme Court ruling to that effect, sir.
CILG?
Asek Racho, please.
Mr. Chair, it is a privilege, sir.
All right. So,
Privilege?
privilege.
About transnational crime.
Attorney Martin on top.
Your Honors, I would have to echo the sentiments of my colleagues. It is a privilege, Your Honor, and not a right.
Colonel Dilag, ano ang Supreme Court decision which says na ownership of a firearm is a privilege and not a right? Kasi binanggit mo na merong Supreme Court decision.
Yes, sir. The Chavez versus Romulo, sir.
I beg your pardon?
Chavez versus Romulo, sir.
When was that promulgated?
2009, sir.
2009. Okay. Would you agree with that, attorney? Doon sa huli.
Congressman Acop, can I be allowed to speak? Attorney Lacambra, Your Honor.
Okay, you are recognized, Attorney
We need
Lacambra.
to distinguish between the two basic rights. Since it's now allowed by the law, it's
Ano po
now
ang
considered
allowed by law?
for the RA
Let's be clear about
10591,
it,
Your Honor.
kasi very specific yung tanong ko.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ownership of a gun.
It
is
is
it a
a-
right or privilege?
We need to distinguish, Your Honor. Since it's now allowed by law,
What do
it
you need
is
to
a
distinguish sa ownership of a gun?
it's now a statutory right, Your Honor.
Ownership
Because-
of a gun?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ano
Statutory
po ang
right.
provision?
The state policy of the RA 10591 itself states, Your Honor, granting the private citizen to the right to own a licensed firearm, Your Honor.
Will you
It's a
please read that
statutory
provision
right.
of law na specifies ownership of a gun?
Yes, Your Honor.
The right to own a gun or right to self-defense ang sinasabi.
My partner will answer it, Your Honor.
So we have the copy of Republic Act 10591. What particular section of Republic Act 10591 are you pertaining with? Kasi yun ang tanong ni Congressman Acop.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige, state it, please.
Article on registration and licensing,
Article what?
Section 8, anong article? Article 3, Your Honor. Article 3 of RA 10591, Section 9, it says there, subject to the requirements set forth in this Act and payment of required fees, a qualified individual may be issued the appropriate license under the following categories.
May be issued.
Yes,
May be issued.
yes.
In other words, it is subject to regulations.
Well,
Would you agree with me?
yes, Your Honor. Of course. That's 10591.
I would like-
I think we are getting confused between
I'm
a
not
privilege.
confused, attorney.
No, the
I'm
confusion.
the one asking questions here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not confused.
Okay.
I would like to read also a decision of the Supreme Court
I'm familiar with that, Your
Acosta versus Ochoa, date, GR number 2111559, October 15, 2019. The gist of that decision is that use of firearms is a privilege, not a right. There is no constitutional right to bear arms. Neither is the ownership or possession of a firearm a property right.
We agree, Your Honor. I'm familiar with-
Wala na tayong pagdebatihan kung nag-agree ka, attorney.
Hindi.
Di ba?
It is- I think we
Ikaw
have
naman.
to
Ikaw naman
Sa attorney
gusto mo pa
Gutierrez.
lumusot eh. Huwag kang
clarify the
lumusot.
privilege and statutory right. It's practically almost the same and synonymous.
Walang nagsasabi directly na statutory right to own a firearm. No. I would beg to disagree with you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
Alright.
Huwag ka na lumusot,
So,
attorney.
ang pinag-uusapan
Kasi
po,
bago ako pumunta rito, nag-research na ako. Kayo, hindi nyo pa nga siguro nababasa yung mga ito eh.
We are very familiar with that, Your
Oh,
Honor.
come on, attorney. Don't tell me that crap. Itong tanda kong ito, marami na ako nakasalamuhang kagaya mo. nung palusot.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.